Welcome, guys!
Welcome.
You are listening to Ricky and Vicky's English Chatterbox!
Who are hosting from different parts of our beautiful planet, Philippines.
And Russia!
Ricky, a native speaker.
And an English enthusiast, Vicky, are going to dispel your doubts about English.
Make yourself comfortable. We're about to launch a rocket.
How's it going with you?
Oh, I'm great. How about you?
Never better, thank you very much. So today we are going to talk about personal titles.
Let's take a look today at some titles as Mr., Miss, Mrs., Ms., and maybe we will be talking about ma'am too, because sometimes in videos I can hear that and I want you to help us. How should we use them? Because I think for non-native speakers, they're very difficult and they throw us for a loop at times. So could you please help us?
All right, yeah, sure. But let's begin with Mr. Now, my title is Mr. because I am a man, right? It's used whether the man is married or not. So the short form is MR, period. Hey, Mr. If you don't know the name, we just leave it at Mr. Hey, Mr. Can you help me out? Or something like Mr. So-and-so.
For
So,
example,
an adult male, or Mr. Smith, Mr. plus black, Mr. White, or Mr. plus the surname. So
okay, so can you say Mr. and a name, the first name? Mr. Richard, for example, or should you go with the last name, like your family name?
we normally use it with a last name, with a family name. That's how we use it in formal settings. But these days it's becoming common to use, Sir Richard, Mr. Richard, because Sir per se is actually like when we say Sir Elton John.
Okay, thank you so much. Next, I think it's not that difficult to understand. What about Ms.?
You mean
When
to
we
say
have that
just
Z
M?
strong sound.
Yeah, strong Z sound. MS period. Ms.
Yes.
That's right. Now, this is a title we use to refer to females, whether or a woman, whether she is married or not. Okay, like Miss Sarah or Miss Carol. But for Mrs., that is the title we use for a married woman or married female. So therefore, it's the counterpart of Mr. And Mrs. should be paired up with the surname. So Mrs. Lee, Mrs. Black, Mrs. Harris.
Also, we have Miss.
Yes,
we have Miss. What about
with a
Miss?
S sound, M-I-S-S.
Yes.
Right. So this title is used to refer to a unmarried female or a woman, or a small little girl.
Okay.
Right. Now, some older women also actually prefer to be called Miss. It's more out of respect, or they don't want that, maybe they had a very unfortunate marriage, so they would prefer to be called as Miss,
Oh, I
And
see.
For younger, for girls, yeah, we in formal settings we refer to them as Miss, M-I-S-S. So we say Miss Harriet plus the first name. And for little boys, we refer to them as masters. Master Cedric or
Wow.
Master Richard.
Okay, so when I'm in the US, I should use such titles. Yes, it's like, is it mandatory to use such titles? Should I
It's
go just with a name? That's
just
it,
with the
because
name,
it's
of course.
easy.
I think that's very formal. You
Fine.
use these titles if you don't know you only know the surname or somebody who is in a higher position as you are. So
What about ma'am? Because sometimes I hear like ma'am. Is it a
ma'am.
common word? Ma'am. Yeah. Is it a
Ma'am is
common
like a short for madam. Yeah. We
Mhm.
normally use it for people or women who are in a higher position than we are, or a woman of authority or rank. Um, it's a contracted form of madam, and we know madam is like a formal way of saying Mrs. as well. So, ma'am, hey ma'am.
What about if you had, for example, if you had a boss as a woman, would you call her ma'am?
Yes. It depends. What you would prefer to be called, because some bosses would rather be called as like a soup soup, like a short for supervisor. Hey soup, or um yes, we do formally refer to them as ma'am.
I see. I see. Yes, I think that's it what I wanted to know. It was one of the questions from our listeners. So
Mm-mm.
I hope we helped people.
Hope to see you again, guys. So again, my name is Ricky.
And my name is Vicky, guys.
I hope you got something today.
See you next time.
Like, I like your
Oh,
podcast,
okay.
but I want to see. Okay, so let's start with personal titles. I think
Personal
it's much
title.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah.
Vicky is your title.
My title.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it private? It's too private.
Yes. Okay, let me see. I don't remember. Ms.
Ms.
I love when people call me Ms. Ms.
Right. I like it when I would prefer people calling me Doc. Hey Doc.
Okay, it's interesting. Yes.